Hi guys, this is Aryan Divedi, one of the admin of Lighting Dream. In today's explained part, we are going to deal with the Lunar Science Workshop 2021, which was recently concluded by the ISRO. So recently, the Lunar Science Workshop 2021 was conducted by the ISRO to commemorate the completion of the 2 year of operation of the Chandrayaan 2. So we all know that Chandrayaan 2 was launched and Chandrayaan 2 was launched in 2019 and 2 years have been completed, and so the ISRO has organized the Lunar Science Workshop 2021 for the same. So now let's see the Chandrayaan 2. Chandrayaan 2 was the second spacecraft in the Indian series of the lunar exploitation satellite. First was the Chandrayaan 1, the second was the Chandrayaan 2, and it comprises of a orbiter, a lander which was named as Vikram, a rover which was named as Pragyan. And the purpose of the Chandrayaan 2 was to explore the south polar region of the moon. So whatever lunar exploration has been done till now by USA, Soviet Union or China, this was on the north polar region. But the aim, the target of the Chandrayaan 2 was to explore the south polar region of the moon. So this Chandrayaan 2 was launched on 22nd of July 2019 from the Sriharikota by the GSLV Mk3 satellite. So that satellite that was used for the launching of the Chandrayaan 2 was the GSLV Mk3 satellite, which was launched from Sriharikota, and it was launched on 22nd July 2019, and in the month of August it was inserted into the lunar orbiter, and finally the orbiter and the lander, they were separated in the month of 2019. Now, however, what happened that the finding the there was the lander, the communication with the lander was lost, as a result of which it did not become a successful space mission of the ISRO. So because of the failure of the lander, the communication from the lander was lost and the mission was not successful. If the soft landing would have been done, then India would had become the fourth country for the lunar exploration after Soviet Union, USA, China. So if instead of the loss of the lander, if there would have been a soft landing on the moon, on the south polar region of the moon, then India would have become the fourth country after Soviet Union, USA, China to do the lunar exploration in the moon. However, this did not happen. Now let's see what are the in the last 2 years, what all did the Chandrayaan 2 found it. So first of all is the detection of argon 40. Now the Chase 2, that is the Chandra Atmospheric Compositional Explorer 2, that is the CHACE Chase 2, that is the Chandra Atmospheric Compositional Explorer 2. It studied the argon 40 at the middle and the higher latitude of the moon. So the first thing that was detected in the middle and the higher latitude of moon was the argon 40 by the Chase 2, that is the Chandra Atmospheric Compositional Explorer. The second is the detection of the chromium and manganese by the class, that is Chandrayaan 2 Large Aerosoft X-ray Spaceometer, which detected the chromium and manganese in the middle surface of the moon, in the latitude of the moon by the class. The chromium and the manganese was detected by the class, that is the Chandrayaan 2 Large Aerosoft X-ray Spacecraft, which detected this chromium. And then we have there was the detection of the subsurface water ice by the DEFSAR, that is the dual frequency synthetic aperture radar. The dual frequency synthetic aperture radar, that is DEFSAR, it detected the subsurface water ice in the Chandrayaan 2 mission. And the last is the imaging the moon, that is the imaging the moon was achieved by the orbiter high resolution camera, which was of 25 centimeter, where the subsurface water ice was detected and the moon was imagined by the OHRC, that is the orbiter high resolution camera of 25 centimeter. And apart from this, there were various geological findings that was being done by this Chandrayaan 2 orbiter. So lander was lost, because of which we could not softly land on the moon. However, by the chase, that is the Chandra Atmospheric Compositional Explorer 2, there was the detection of argon by the class, that is Chandrayaan 2 large arrow soft X-ray spectrometer. It detected the chromium and the manganese. And then we have the detection of the subsurface water ice by the DEFSAR, that is the dual frequency synthetic aperture radar. And then we have the imaging of moon by the OHRC, that is the orbiter high resolution camera, which is a 25 centimeter. So this is all about the Chandrayaan 2. However, we did not got a success in this mission, but we have completed 2 years, and as a result of which this lunar workshop was conducted by ISRO. Now this Chandrayaan 2 is a continuance of the Chandrayaan 1, which was launched from the Sriharikota, which was the first lunar mission of India by the ISRO, and this Chandrayaan 1 was launched on 22nd of October 2008, which was carried by the PSLV. So we will be discussing just in 2 minutes that what are the different launch vehicle of ISRO. That is, the Chandrayaan 2 was launched by GSLV MK3, but Chandrayaan 1 was launched by the vehicle, that is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is called PSLV. The weight of the probe that was used for the Chandrayaan 1 was 1304 kg, and the lunar orbit was 590 kg. Now this Chandrayaan 1, what all achievement did the Chandrayaan 1 got? So first of all, they designed and orbiting was done around the moon by an Indian made launch vehicle. For the first time, an orbiting around the spacecraft about the moon was done by an Indian made launch vehicle, that is the Chandrayaan 1. It was used to prepare and get the data with the help of the 3D atlas for the near and the far side of the moon. So by the scientific experiment from the data which was conducted by the atlas, a 3D atlas that was created in the Chandrayaan 1 mission, near and the far side of the moon. Now Chandrayaan 1, it carried 11 scientific instruments which were built in India, USA, Germany, UK, Sweden and Bulgaria. So out of this 11, 5 of the instruments were built in India, and the remaining 6 were built in USA, Germany, UK, Sweden and Bulgaria. And this mission, that is the Chandrayaan 1 mission, it made more than 3400 orbit around the moon, as a result of which it was the first orbiting a spacecraft around the moon by an Indian made launch vehicle, and this mission made more than 3400 orbit around the moon. Now after Chandrayaan 1, we got the Chandrayaan 2, which was launched on 22nd of July 2019, and then we have next year we are going to launch the Chandrayaan 3, which is to be launched in 2022, and it is considered to be the successor of Chandrayaan 2, so that we are making just another attempt so that we get a soft landing on the moon and become the 4th country to do so. Okay, now we don't have much detail about the Chandrayaan 3. Whatever for the Chandrayaan 2 we had lot of detail. For the Chandrayaan 1 we had lot of detail. For the Chandrayaan 3, whatever detail now we have as of now is that it is going to be launched in 2022. It is the successor of the Chandrayaan 2 mission. The estimated cost is 600 crore in comparison to the Chandrayaan 2, which was of 960 crore. These are important questions that are asked. The Chandrayaan 3 is now, as per now the data available, the total cost will be of over 600 crore. For the Chandrayaan 2, it was 960 crore. Now this is Chandrayaan 2. Now let's know something about the ISRO. So the Indian Space Research Organization, this was founded in 1969, which is one of the largest 6 space agency in the world, whose headquarters is in Bengaluru, and the chairman is Dr. K. Sivan, a very famous personality of India. That is Dr. K. Sivan is the current chairman of ISRO. Now ISRO is the name. ISRO is something which was became ISRO in 1969. Before that, it was the Indian National Committee for Space Research, that is INCOSPER. INCOSPER, that is Indian National Committee for Space Research, which was established by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1962. And for the development of this INCOSPER, there was a great contribution of the eminent scientist Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, who is considered as the founding father of the space program in India. This INCOSPER, it became ISRO in 1969. So we regard that ISRO was founded in 1969, but before that we have the INCOSPER, which was founded in 1962, which was under the Department of the Atomic Energy. However, this INCOSPER became ISRO in 1969. Now let's see some milestones of the ISRO. The first is the 1980, which was the time when the first Indian built launch vehicle, that is SLV-3, was launched for the Rohini satellite, which was launched in 1980. At that time, India got its first Indian built launch vehicle, that is SLV-3. Then in 1982, India launched its first INSAT satellite. It was a remarkable development in the space work of India in 1982 when its ISRO launched its first INSAT satellite. Now, ISRO has developed three type of launch vehicle, as I was telling you just a few minutes back. First is the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is PSLV. Second is the GSLV, that is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. And third is the GSLV MK3, that is being used in Chandrayaan 2, that is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle Mark 3, that is, or it is also called LVM. So the Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle Mark 3, LVM, or GSLV MK3 these are the three type of launch vehicle developed by ISRO so far. Then in 2008, ISRO launched its first lunar mission, that is Chandrayaan 1. Then in 2014, you must have seen the movie Mangalyaan of Akshay Kumar. So it is related to this only. The first country, India became the first country put to put a satellite in the Mars orbit, and the fourth space agency and the first space Asian agency to do so. So what it told that the Indian became the first country to achieve a success in putting a satellite in the Mars orbit in the maiden attempt. It became the fourth space agency to launch a satellite on the Mars, and it was the first space Asian agency to do so. So in 2014, that is the Mangalyaan mission or the Mars orbiter mission, that is MOM. Then in 2017, ISRO created a world record by launching 104 satellites in a single rocket. You must have heard this. Till 2014, you did not. I believe that you do not have much interest in all this. But in 2017, you were enough mature. So you must have heard that in 2017, the ISRO created another record by launching 104 satellite in a single rocket. And the next is the unnamed mission of India, that is manned mission, that is Gaganyaan, which is a pro- means mission to ambition project of our government of India with the help of GSLV MK3. The Gaganyaan mission, that is the manned mission, is going to space. So these are the milestone of ISRO that you must remember, that in which year what was launched, from where it was launched, which satellite was used, which are the milestone that are being done by ISRO. So this thing you have to know, that regarding what is a lunar workshop, what is Chandrayaan 2, its achievement, what is Chandrayaan 1, what is Chandrayaan 3, and the whole performer of this, that is ISRO, the formation of ISRO, the year in which it was formed, the history of ISRO, and the milestone that ISRO has achieved till now. That's all for this explain session. Thank you.